We put some work into a tool conversion mod at one point.
Some work.
Some work. We have. I think we have some
Terminals and stuff.
terminals written and some graphics.
This shit captured our young imaginations, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still like Sword Guys is heavily inspired by this.
Yeah.
Partially.
Yeah.
Like one of the main
Cosmic
characters in
shit.
Sword Guys is kind of like super a marathon thing. All right, incoming message from Durandal. I have learned from the Svit many things. One of them is a complex software enhancement that allows me to extend the power and distance of the Marathon's teleporters. This enhancement also removes the need for destination apparatuses. Soon, you will be going farther afield. Does the distance one travels from center make one more free to move? No, freedom has two parts, potential and resolution. As metaphor has two parts, form and interpretation. Of course, the two are intertwined. Metaphor lines the road to freedom, and as symbols and words are the bricks and mortar of meaning. Freedom is being the bricklayer, the mason,
The broccoli guy.
the broccoli guy. You can page up on these two, page up and page down work.
Yeah.
Page up, page down arrows to scroll. Freedom is being the bricklayer, the mason. Okay. Neither high nor low.
Neither up nor down. Ooh.
What if they all made that sound Kilala makes sometimes, where she's like, what if that eek? God damn it.
That dog sigh.
Incoming message from Durandal. Give me a D, give me a U, give me a R, give me an A, give me an N, give me a D, give me an A, give me an L. What does it spell? Durandal? No. Durandal? No. Trouble. T minus 15 point a bunch of stuff plus 9 or to the 9th years until the universe closes. End of message. He's so Durandal crazy.
He's so spunky.
How much time we at?
It is 9 o'clock in the PM.
When do we start?
I think we started a little bit after 8. So
Probably go a little bit longer. Plus we can set that.
we started like 10 after 8 or something like that.
I remember this shit.
Not totally sure. Ooh. Ammo Nation. This is where the ceiling will kill you in the marathon.
Ah.
Because fuck tall people.
Get short, bitch. Splat. What was the point of that? Why did I come in here? I don't think there was a point to it. It was a fucking dead end.
I think it was to make you run past the ceiling that will kill
Does
you.
this side ever open up? Yeah, it does.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's what they're saying. Ooh. Why are you such a fucker?
Fuck bug men.
God damn it.
That guy's head is in the ceiling.
He's a tall boy.
Fuck tall people. Is that an invisible bugger?
There is an invisible blow-up guy. Something there. No threat.
But no damage!
Haha, direct hit. Haha. But no damage. Keep shooting at me, motherfucker.
I was running fast.
I can see space from here.
You know, the space out those windows is actually a real-time simulation, according to Jason Jones of the universe.
That nebula, if you go back and play this game in like 20 years, that nebula will be way bigger.
There's some pretty neat, like, there's like a 15-minute or something home video, basically, of them making marathon in a shitty crack house.
In a shitty Chicago apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a bad time.
Pizza boxes and stuff.
Bad time, mouse. Oh. Even with the mouse as a crutch, I defeated. I can't help but realize I don't have a pattern buffer yet.
Yeah. Exploding. It's the same room.
How has not one of them been shot yet? God damn it. There's not a single health thing.
What's in the...
What are you talking about?
It's a Heffalator.
That's where we came from. I just circled back around. God damn. No. Don't tase me, bro.
Am I being detained?
Am I being detained, officer? I'm recording you, officer.
These buggers. Fuck.
I just lost all that progress. Guess where we are? We're before I even did the thing on this level.
Nice.
That's how shitty old game
That's
design
brutal.
is. It is so bad. That is so terrible. Shit. Is there even a pattern buffer on that level?
I don't know.
Well, I don't feel like hugely motivated to do all of that again right now.
Probably close to an hour or whatever.
Yeah, we're probably like a little less than a week's worth of episodes. I don't know how much I care.
It's all right.
Because the thing is, if we keep going, that's just gonna it's just gonna take us that amount of time again to do it, like another like 20 minutes to get that far, and I'll probably just die again.
Yeah.
And end up back here.
Let's just stop here for now.
Yeah, let's just stop here. We made some progress. We did like 2 levels, 2.5 levels. I think I was like close to the end of that level too. So once I figure it out, we'll be 3 levels ahead of where we were last week. So we're getting there. Once we finish this chapter, there's like 2 more chapters to Marathon 1. So yeah, something I might start doing is just using the cheats to save wherever I want to fucking save, because that's pretty tedious to like have to go back and redo a bunch of shit you've already done. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not about that life.
You could look on the map for indicate, not on this map, but like on the next one for an indication of a pattern buffer or whatever.
Yeah, I probably just like took the wrong turn at the beginning of the level. There's probably a pattern buffer like right at the beginning of the level, just on that other path that we didn't take immediately or whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what we'll do next time.
This game is neat, but it's it's old shooter design and stuff. It's interesting because it's definitely like a thing it's doing is it's trying to be smarter than Doom, because Doom is so dumb. But the funny thing is Doom, by being so dumb, actually like resulted in it being a better game because it's just so straightforward, essentially. Like most, like occasionally we would run into levels where we kind of had a hard time figuring out what to do sometimes, but like in my opinion, it was never as bad as Marathon is at its worst. And and it like I don't remember having problems where we had to go back like a level and a half.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more average.
Yeah,
in terms of that stuff.
I mean, I think that basically Doom is just straight up a better game in terms of how it feels to play and stuff and how the levels are designed. I think John Romero is a far superior level designer to anyone at Bungie during this period. Not that these levels are like abysmal, you know, they're interesting. They just like, in terms of, I feel like the thing about it is like, this is a game designed by nerds who wanted to make a thing that was smarter than the thing that already existed to like set it apart, and just because that was in their nature or whatever. And it was a little overwrought, essentially. I think that we didn't understand enough about game design. Like, they had to make a bunch of mistakes in this game in order for us to learn from them, essentially.
Yeah.
Like Halo fixes all of the problems with this game. Halo 1 fixes every single problem with Marathon 1. Halo 1 is bae.
Awesome.
You know, Halo 1 has checkpoints, like really a pretty damn good checkpoint system where just like it's save. You don't even have to save.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to finagle it.
Sometimes, like, but Halo 1 honestly is pretty good.
It's got problems for sure. Like it definitely has the problem where you can go for a long time without it giving you one.
Yeah, you have to like understand how it works and like know when to like chill for a second.
Basically like kill all the guys or get to a quiet spot. Like as long as you do that, you got to baby it a little bit, but
yeah,
it's a pretty cool
It's way better than this. It's way better than you press a button on a wall and
at the save point place.
Because so the problem is it's you know, this is something that we talk about all the time. There's a lot of indie games that rely heavily on procedural generation of levels and stuff and placement of items and shit, and that's dumb because, you know, then the game ends up feeling like super average, like nothing is striking because a human didn't design it, you know. But if you have a human design literally every single thing, then it becomes this thing where you're relying on the human designer to do a really good job all the time, and that's also not going to happen. So like when you have a human place every single save point, he's just going to fuck up sometimes. He's just going to like not understand what part of his game is the hardest part and then not give you a save point for a really long time.
Yeah, especially when it's like two guys making the game.
Yeah.
And
so like what you want
QA,
you want is you want a lot of things to be designed by a human, but you want some things to be handled by the computer because the computer can do a better job. Like you want the computer to handle things it can do a better job at than a human designer can, and you want human designers to do the things that human designers can do better. So you want human designers to design like the level geometry and stuff and the overall like structure of the series of encounters you're doing and stuff, but you want all of the specifics to be handled by the computer. You want like ammo drops too. Like enemies don't drop ammo in this game.
Yeah.
So that means you don't have a consistent source of ammo. Like in all shooters now, enemies drop ammo. That's how you get ammo. It just makes sense. Like you kill a guy and you get some ammo to kill more guys.
Yeah.
You know, like in this, you have to rely on the level designer to like know how many shots you're probably going to need, and that is going to vary a lot depending on the player and the specific situations you get yourself into and stuff. So, yeah, there's a lot of design problems with these early shooters just because they were like inventing what a shooter was basically. Like Doom was the only thing that had really like popularized this kind of gameplay before this, and was like almost the same year as this. Marathon came out shortly after Doom. Basically, it was like the Mac response.
It was a year after.
I don't know if we've talked about that. Bungie used to be a Mac developer. This game came out on Mac OS, like Mac OS 7.
Yeah.
And didn't even support. I mean, it supported mouse control, but like that wasn't the default control scheme. Super interesting.
Yeah, they were Mac for a long time.
This engine is super interesting. Also, like, it's crazy. I would really like to know, like, because people always talk about, you know, how John Carmack is this crazy fucking programmer because he fucking came up with a way to run the Doom engine on shitty ass computers at the time, you know? Like, was Jason Jones able to do that just because he had seen that it was possible? Is it one of those things, you know? Like, is Jason Jones not a genius, but he just, because a genius had done it, he was like, I could probably figure this out. You know, we've talked about that before. That seems to be how human discovery works. Is like once one guy proves that it's possible, then it's way
easier to get back to that point.
It like emboldens other people to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know if
or is Jason Jones a goddamn genius? Like, is he a genius boy like John Carmack and nobody recognizes him
like I think
for it?